Hello all and welcome to my channel, and in today's video I want to talk about what everyone wants to do, the American dream, which is to be a homeowner. And to some people it is a nightmare. All over TikTok and social media and the news, people are just discussing how difficult it is to own a home, how much the homeowner's insurance is going up, the interest rates are going up, how everything is just so horrible. I mean, I have my own opinions about it. In this video, I'm gonna play for you guys. I'm gonna give you guys my comment and my reaction to exactly how this TikToker feels about her situation. But before I get there, guys, please hit the like, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and with your help, I will certainly get there. Let's play this video.
Yesterday was my 3-year anniversary of becoming a home borrower. I borrowed this house from the bank 3 years ago, and I hate it. And some people are asking me why. Why do you hate it? Because I can't afford it.
Now, I'm starting to see more and more videos about this, about people just regretting buying their homes. Now, I don't know what kind of home she got. Maybe she discusses it later on. But 3 years ago, the interest rates on mortgages were pretty decent. So I'm not exactly sure what situation she's having right now that she's not happy about it. But I do know this, there's always a lot of homeowners that always regret buying a house 3 to 4 years later. And the reason being is because they just didn't know what they signed up for. And I'm thinking she's one of them.
When I borrowed this house, my homeowner's insurance was $1,323 a year. Today, 3 years later, my homeowner's insurance is $2,654 a year. That is a little over $100 increase, which is added to my payment.
You see, that's the little things that people don't discuss, right? You think that just because you have a mortgage, everything's gonna be set, that's how much money you're paying for the rest of your life, and that's not how it works. All right, in this case, she's talking about the homeowner's insurance. I live in Florida, man, okay? You could just imagine how much my homeowner's insurance goes up, especially once a hurricane happens. I mean, right now we're dealing with so many insurance companies just leaving. I mean, they're just straight up leaving Florida and leaving people without insurance, and now they have to go somewhere else and pay even more due to the hurricanes. And insurance, guys, that's just the way it is. It goes up. The more claims people put in, right, the insurance company is gonna adjust and increase your rate. And to be honest with you guys, that's just the tip of the iceberg. And this video is not to just be negative about home ownership, because there's beautiful things about home ownership, but you just need to go in with a realistic expectation.
Now, I know a lot of people will say crap like, oh, well, you know, if you buy a house, your mortgage will be cheaper than your rent. Sure, if I were to rent a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, my rent would be a lot more than my principal and interest on this house. However, I'm escrowed, so it doesn't fucking matter because I have to pay principal and interest, my property taxes, and my homeowner's insurance monthly. So I know some people will usually say like, oh, my mortgage increased by $200 this year. Yes, we're not actually referring to the mortgage, which is the principal and interest amount. We're referring to the overall payment that we have to submit to the bank every month.
She stated that so perfectly, because people do say that your mortgage payment doesn't change, and that is true. Your mortgage payment doesn't change, but people forget about the escrow account, okay, which is going to become your homeowner's insurance, right? It's also going to become your property taxes. All of that is in the escrow account, and that can't change. It should change. I mean, it's gonna always change. I mean, your property taxes is gonna increase when the value of your home starts increasing. That should increase. Insurance is always gonna go up, guys. This is the way it is. It's never gonna remain the same, and it can change. Now, I have a quick story I want to share with you guys as well, because this happened to me. The first time I bought a home in Florida, they have something that's called the homestead exemption, which is your property taxes cannot increase more than a certain amount. They have a cap, and the longer you go living within your house, your property taxes will not increase that much. It will always remain within a certain level. It will not exceed. And if someone else goes along and buys that house, now that cushion that you had, that little ceiling you had, is removed. And the next homeowner, when they buy the home, they're paying the property taxes on the new amount. So say the previous owner could have been paying $1,300 in taxes, but that was 15 years ago. Now you, when you buy the house, you're paying $3,000. That happened to me. And the payment that I was told from my escrow account was from the $1,000, let's say $300. But then when the following year came along and that home exception was removed, oh, my payment ballooned to $400 more. No one told me. The mortgage broker didn't tell me. I had no idea. So I was in for a surprise. So she's right. The escrow account, that does change. And that's where things get a lot difficult, because you need to pay the property taxes and you need to pay your homeowner's insurance.
When I signed up for this fucking house, I signed up to pay $1,800 a month. I'm closer to $2,200 now in 3 years. That's a lot of money. And it's only going to continue to increase. And that's kind of my issue with this right now, because I'm at a point where I'm like, this is actually no different than renting. The only difference is that I don't have a landlord that I can call when my fucking toilet overflows, or, you know, when the basement floods, or whatever the fuck happens. I don't have that option.
You see, people forget about that when you're actually living in an apartment, that's the best thing, is knowing if anything happens, any type of damage that happens, any emergency, a landlord takes care of it. And if your landlord is a clown, you could just leave right after that and go to a whole nother apartment. And as a renter, you have rights as well. So you could sue, take them to court, or whatever the case may be. But you have an other outlet to get things fixed. In the house, just because you own the house, it doesn't necessarily mean that those issues you dealt with in an apartment is not going to happen. And now you're going to recognize how expensive it is to get certain things fixed, okay? Like she said, even something as simple as a toilet, how much that costs to get fixed. You have a garage, your garage door could break. There's so many things that you need to fix within a home, and it can add up. In her case, she said the mortgage payment went up $400 more than what she started. That seems about right. Whatever you pay in the first year, okay, within your home and your mortgage, usually after that, it goes up. So yes, renting is not the best. Of course, people want to have this big old home. They want to do remodeling, which costs money. They want to do all these things that cost money, but they want to do it in something that they own. But as she keeps on saying in the video, and it's kind of funny, she's like, that I borrowed from the bank. Technically, you don't own it, which I find funny when people are like, oh, this is my own, my home, I own it. You don't own it. You're paying a mortgage. There's a mortgage on your house. There's a lien on your house. If you don't pay it, they take it back. So you don't technically own it, okay? You're just borrowing the actual house. And when it's all said and done, guys, it's a place where you live. I know everyone discusses how you build generational wealth off the equity. No, you don't. Okay, this is the place that you live. The only way for you to get that money is if you sell the house. And then you get that money, then what are you going to do? Where are you going to live? So that's why I don't like when people say a home is an investment. And it seems like she possibly fell into that trap where everyone's telling her, you need to get a home, that's a great investment. You get all this equity, that's how you build wealth. And to some people, to be honest with you, that is a majority of their net worth is tied into the home, which is not a good thing to do, because how you gonna get that money out? Only one way is by selling it.
Life is lifing though. Like, I don't know, you know, I got sucked into the world of, oh my God, I want to get married, I want to buy a house, I want to do this. It's like, I let society tell me that's what I wanted, but when I got it, I don't want it. And I hate that for me, because it took me a little too long to realize what I actually wanted for my life and not what I thought I wanted for my life, because society makes it seem like we should want certain things. I don't like being a homeowner. I don't like it. And I don't care about, oh, well, when you pay your house off in 30 years, I don't care about that.
Wow, that was a very honest TikTok video where her explaining exactly the way society just drives you to in situation that you never even felt like you chose. Like you were just pushed during that direction. Because we all get told, right? You go to college, you get a degree, then you get so many student loans. But don't worry about it, because you'll be able to pay it off once you get that job. Then you get a job. And now, yeah, you might make great money, but now most of your money is going to student loans. And then people tell you should get married. Then you get married. And some people tell you should have a house. You need to get a car. You need to get all these things. And you recognize, wait a minute, did I actually make this decision? Or did society push me to this decision? And that's where she's recognizing that. But I'm going to say this right now. I don't know who she is. And she watches this video out there. I'm going to tell you this. The older you get, the more wisdom you gain. Okay? And it seems like she's having a moment right now where she's gaining some wisdom and recognizing, man, all those things I did in the past was bad. But the thing is, you can get yourself out of that situation. Okay? I know selling our home right now and restarting again is probably the worst thing for her to do. Okay? But it is an option. If this house should not be something that just drags you down, you continue your life just living with something just dragging you down. Just get out of the situation, go ahead and rent, and just let it go. is not worth the stress of getting a home and dealing with all these things. Please don't make me even add how much it costs to replace a roof. That's like $30,000, up to $30,000 to $40,000 to replace a roof. It's extremely expensive. So buying a home is extremely expensive. And listen, there's so many people out there that all they do is rent for their entire life, and they're extremely happy. Okay? I know people are gonna say, well, that's a dumb thing for you to do. No, it's not. Right? If you're saving and you're investing, right, you don't have no debt, and you're enjoying life, and you could travel, and you could say, you know what, I want to live in New York for 2 years. You know what, from then I want to go live in LA. You could just hop around and have to worry about selling a home and carrying all this junk with you. Then hey, that's an awesome life as well. So you do have an option. So I really appreciate this video, her honesty, and I'm really hoping for all you guys out there, because right now they're gonna talk about the Fed rates going down, and then their mortgage rates will be going down, and everyone's gonna be so excited and they can't wait to buy a house. Be careful. Okay, do your research and make sure you have the money for it, okay? And not just the money for down payment, you have the money for emergencies on the side, okay? Because there's gonna be emergencies in your house, and you're getting a payment that's extremely comfortable. And read all the details and know exactly how much money you'll be paying in your escrow, and if there's a possibility that it could increase. Catch you guys in my next video. Peace.